Today, I want to talk about why I stopped using ChatGPT as my only source to study and how that actually made me learn better. And how my grade went from this to this after using the methods that I'm going to share with you in this video. And to make it clear, this is not a ChatGPT is bad video, but depending on ChatGPT to do everything, it can literally slow your brain down. And I didn't realize that until it happened to me. So in my English class, we were talking about how AI is shaping the way we think. And someone said something that stuck with me. When you use ChatGPT for everything, you're basically training your brain to receive answers already digested. And it feels amazing, right? You ask something and there you have it. You have a whole explanation, simple and clean. But the problem is that that's not the way that your brain is designed to learn. Learning requires struggles, thinking, and confusion. And when everything is too easy for you, you stop practicing those skills. And here's the thing nobody tells you. When you use ChatGPT to do literally everything, your brain gets slower at processing information. Because instead of figuring things out by yourself and using your brain, you're just getting a quick answer. You are skipping the entire process of learning that we already talked about that requires confusion, struggle, and thinking. And that, my friend, matters a lot in college because during an exam, you don't get a cute little paragraph with everything already explained and digested perfectly for you. You have to create the answer by yourself and actually think. Thinking is like a muscle. And if you don't train it, you lose it. Let me tell you what happened to me at the beginning of the semester. So I was just starting college, it was my first semester, and I was basically relying on ChatGPT to study and to do everything. I was asking ChatGPT questions about my exams, about my assignments, and I was literally copy and pasting my assignments in ChatGPT, and I would use that as a way to study. And it felt really easy and smooth, and I was thinking that I was actually learning. But then when I took my first exam, my grade wasn't the best. And I was super confused. I was like, but I studied, I spent all night studying with ChatGPT. I was using the study mode in ChatGPT in which you can study questions and things like that. But the truth is that I didn't study. I just consumed information, but I didn't learn it. So I decided to take action and change everything because I didn't want to be relying on ChatGPT to study, and worse, feel like I'm not learning anything. I went back to my class lectures. I used my professor's PowerPoints. I wrote things by hand, which I think is really useful to actually use your hands to write instead of writing in your computer or your iPad. And I used PDF and books related to the topics that we were talking in class. I use ChatGPT only when things get really confusing and I don't have my professor next to me to ask her a question. So I just use ChatGPT for that, but I don't use it as my whole source to study. Every exam I took after doing that was better. My grades literally went up. So here's the thing, ChatGPT is not the enemy. The problem is when you use it alone. And I'm finally going to tell you what actually worked for me. So number one, lectures. What I realized is that your professor explains things the way they want them answered. So if you study directly from your class lecture, you're already thinking how your exam is gonna be built because teachers and professors use their lectures or the things they use to give class to create their exams. So it's really useful to just directly study from your class lectures or in PowerPoints because the teacher is creating the exams from that information. So it literally changed everything for me and I completely recommend it for you. Number two is taking notes, but in a strategically way. Because we used to take notes just copying what is in the PowerPoint, and that is not actually helping us because we're not learning, we're just copying. It just helps you to write notes in your own words. It is easy to digest the information and you're training your brain to explain things by itself, like using your own words the way that you would do it during an exam. So it's really helpful. Number three, it's textbooks and PDFs. So when I stopped using ChatGPT for everything, what I did is going to the library and searching for books that were related to the topic that were going to appear on my exam. And this was really helpful because I realized that what my professor was teaching us it was already on the book and I have like all the information in a book. It was so nice to have all of that because I could practice by myself, and I realized that I learn better through books instead of using like the web and the internet. It feels like more natural and it really helped me. So yeah, books give you accuracy. You get the official definitions, diagrams, and examples all from a book. And number 4, using ChatGPT or Google only for confusing parts. If I don't understand something, I ask ChatGPT. If I need some examples or things like that, I'll ask ChatGPT. But I don't longer depend on it as my whole study method. Using ChatGPT isn't bad, but if you're in school, if you're in college, you need your brain. You need to think. You need to struggle a little bit so you can actually understand and learn things by yourself. So don't let AI think for you. Use it as a tool, not as a replacement. If you feel like your studying hasn't been working recently, this might be why. Try going back to your lectures, your notes, and books, and use ChatGPT only as a way to support you. I did this and it honestly changed everything for me. And if you like this video, you're gonna probably like this video in which I talk about how to balance college and work at the same time. Because I work part-time and I'm also studying full-time, and it can be kinda difficult to balance both. But yeah, thank you for watching and I see you in the next video.